Well, g'day everybody. We're a little bit late. It's 7 here and 9 in France. We just got back from Guy. Had to read him some letters and bits and pieces. I haven't checked the Facebook on the computer yet, but it looks like we might have had another audio problem with the interview. I hope not, but anyway, we'll have a look in a minute. Certainly, we had some issues with the wind and all the rest of it going crazy and going over the top and distorting. But you hopefully saw some vision of him flying in the Derwent there, which is kind of cool. And he's very happy. He's settled. Looking forward to a peaceful night. It's on a good mooring, which you may have seen, and he's going to have a big sleep and then get into a little job list. It's got quite a few barnacles actually on the not on the underwater side, but it's on the hull, which gets a lot of drag still in there, and he can't do anything about it now in Hobart here, but he'll have a look and make a plan of what he might be able to do when he's underneath New Zealand, or when you get another calm or something going across the Tasman. So, but yeah, looking good. Boat's in good form, so is he. So that was good to see. And so now Jeremy's also back in the back in. In fact, all the jobs are done. Everything was done today on the boat. He's ready to relaunch. It'll probably relaunch tomorrow. He's still in his hotel tonight, enjoying the serenity of quietness, although he said he couldn't sleep last night in a normal bed. And he not sure exactly when he'll leave. One little disaster, which is quite shocking, which I only found out about this afternoon, when he was getting off his boat, he was handing his onboard footage SIM card to his sister, and they dropped it, and so he has no onboard footage from Cape Town to here, which is a bit disappointing, but that's life. And so that's really unfortunate. I know he's a bit disappointed about that, but that happens. Okay, so what do we got here? Let's just look at the leaderboard, see if everything's working there. So Simon's managed 158 nautical miles in the last 24 hours. Avalish only 114, so he's lost out a bit. And Kirsten's only done 39, so she'll be completely frustrated with that. And Captain Goog, 73, he's still moving, so that's okay. Ian Herbert Jones, 61. He was sailing around in circles again, but finally got the breeze and kicked in. He had an interesting thing. It's always very nervous when he's making a landfall, because you've been at sea and seen nothing. He hasn't seen anything since Cape Town at all. No ships, no nothing. The only man-made object, he said, was the lighthouse when he was coming in here. And Elliot's done negative 20 miles, but he'll be in tomorrow sometime. And Guy's still trucking along 112, so not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so let's just see what Elliot is up to. He's Elliot and Guy. We'll just to pick that up there and come across here. Can we get Guy in that one? No, we can't. So I'll shrink it down one more. Excuse me. Okay, so you can see Guy's got a breeze there. He did in that 112, doing 6 or 5.9 knots now, so he's happy with that. There's no big storms around, so that's all good. And Elliot's just about there, but I'll just roll it through for a day. Elliot will be in by tomorrow. This is tomorrow. Yeah, you can see it there. And Guy's got a good breeze coming, so I don't think we need to stress too much on that. I think I'll focus now. So Guy's fine for the next couple of days. He's got breeze there. So I think I'll come on to Elliot here, come back to today. We'll pick it up. He had some challenges with the breeze blowing offshore and staying forward of the beam, but as it swung further to the south, he's able to head in now. So it's still on the beam or just after the beam, only just after the beam, which is still okay for him. So he got blown offshore a bit, but not too bad. His distances now coming into Perth, or Fremantle Sailing Club, I should say. It's about 43 miles. And he is currently doing, what have we got here? He's currently doing 3.4 knots, so that's like 10, 11, 12 hours. So over there now it's probably 6 o'clock. 12 hours at 6 o'clock in the morning, so he's looking good for an arrival sometime tomorrow. And I think we're still not on 1 hour reporting, but Jane will set that up tonight, and you'll be able to follow him in and see how we go. There's a couple of people there to meet him. Certainly the harbour master's onto it, and the Fremantle Sailing Club have been fantastic. They're monitoring everything, Border Force are involved, all that stuff, so he's in good hands. and if we're lucky, we'll get a video or something happening when he arrives, and once we get that, we can put it up on Facebook, so you'll see what's going on. So just for his weather on the final approach, we'll just kick this up here and see what it looks like. Just coming in, so that's where he's going, into there and here. So I think I can get rid of that, and we'll just toggle him through. So every 1, 2, 3 hours, 4, 5, 6. It's all southerly. Oh, it's swinging in the front a bit, and that's not good, but it's very light. He doesn't like the wind forward of the beam because, and that's on the nose there. So what's the wave height doing? That's probably 10, 15 knots. There's 2 metres there. Still got a bit of a sea. It could take him a while to get in. Could be tomorrow, late tomorrow or something. But we'll just see. The sea's dying down, obviously. So let's see. Keep it rolling. Okay, so it's going to be headwinds all the way in. Okay, we'll play that by ear, but it's going to go quiet, but not until. Oh no, it's the calm bit is still happening off here. So that's 24 hours away. Then it's going to swing around. So I would say, by the look of that, he'll be super cautious, and it might not be until very late tomorrow. That's my gut feeling on that one. But he's very close, striking distance for sure, and he'll be happy to get in. Disappointed, but happy as well. So we'll leave that now for Elliot, and we'll head back down the rest of the way here. So you can see, I've never actually blown this up. I'm just going to squeak this right into Ian now, so you can see exactly where he is in the scheme of things, because we've got the tracker on him. You've all seen the bay, beautiful part of the world. I'll come in one more. There it is there. So here's the breakwater that we're on. He's on this mooring here, right on the beach, and that's the hamburger shop just in here. There's the pub there, there's a restaurant, and there's all bistros here. But it's a bit windy and cold down there, so he's not going to get the breeze drifting off with the bits, but it's a beautiful bay, and he's looking forward to just having a break and get those little jobs done. So kind of bit of fun for Ian. A bit of an R&R situation. So dong 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 over here to Captain Goog. We'll get the weather back. Okay, and went a bit too far there. So this is trapped in hell, as he said in his tweet there. There's not a lot of breeze, but he's still just moving, 3.8 knots. So, and again, I just refer back to Tapio when he was down. He had 12 days of headwinds, I think it was, and so that's probably hell as well. But anyway, the life of a sailor, and let's just pull it forward to see what's going to happen. This is 24 hours from now. He's going to get an okay breeze. It's going to come in from the north, and he'll keep sailing there, and then the next day. So, yep, more challenges. You're going to get it behind, but it'll be taking a while. So it's a typical, well, that's not so typical, but it's confusing. It's a system that's going to come up behind him. It shouldn't be a problem, but let's just push it through a bit more. Now that's going to go through fast. Where'd that come from? Okay, so let's just see. I'm going to toggle this through now. So that's the 20th. It's 2 days ahead. Exactly 2 days ahead, so it's going to come in behind and then form up, but he'll miss all of that, so he's going to have a good breeze to get going, so he'll keep sailing that all the way. So he's got plenty of breeze coming. He'll be happy. He'll get around the bounties, and it'll get a free ride up into the no-go zone. So that all looks good for good. He's looking fine for the next few days and settle it in. So his nightmare is nearly over, and he'll be looking okay. So now for, this is exactly as we predicted yesterday. This is the weather now. We said that Kirsten was lagging behind a little bit, and she was going to suffer more than Abelish, but it's going to come over the top as well. So Kirsten right now, 0.7 of a knot. She won't be happy. Abelish, 4.6 of a knot. And Simon, 6.3, pulling away fast. And so this is... it's easy to predict this stuff because it was such a big system there's a massive high there. Not much is going to change on that. What's going to change is the speed that it comes across and the distortions of the centre. That can change rapidly. So let's just toggle it through now. We can see Simon. In fact, I'll give you the distances here because this will give you an indication of how much more he's possibly got to gain from Abelish. Okay, still holding his own. It's 960. I think it was 9. It's about the same. So Abelish is hanging on there. Not a big breakaway, but we were predicting the breakaway is about to start happening. And but Abelish has certainly pulled away a bit from Kirsten. So now 100 that's probably fair. 160, 170 miles break on Kirsten at the moment. So we can get rid of that. And now we'll, in fact, I'll come back. I'm going to leave it open so you can see the weather systems moving as I toggle it forward. And you'll see it should move across to the east, but it's not toggling. Okay, so that's today. We'll slowly work it forward a day. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 hours, 12 hours. And Simon's still sailing along, roaring along. You can see Abelish is starting to slow down now as the centre of this high has caught up with him. Kirsten is still sitting in the centre of the high. So for the next 12 hours, Simon will be pulling away. Kirsten is not going anywhere, and Abelish is slowed down. So that's 12 hours. We'll come through now. That's 24 hours. So 24 hours, Abelish has continued to slow down and now virtually stop. Kirsten will slowly start sailing again. So that means Simon will take probably 70 miles out of Abelish, and Kirsten will start to catch up a little bit on Abelish. Okay, so that's the first day. So that's through to the 19th. Now we're coming into the second day. We'll look at 12 hours. So there's near enough to 12 hours, and Kirsten will have been sailing, but Abelish will be going slow. So Kirsten's catching up on Abelish. She'll probably pick up maybe 40 miles on Abelish. And meanwhile, Abelish hasn't been going anywhere, but now Simon's been going for a day and a half, so he's picked up more. This is where the gain will happen. And we'll now go through till 2 days from now, and Abelish has just started to sail again. So you can see Simon's going to get a big one. Kirsten's going to catch up on Abelish a little bit. So that's sailing. That's how it works. So going forward from that, we'll go forward to day 3. Up. Look at that. There you go. That's going to be forward of the beam, and they'll get blown down. So they're going to have to watch the no-go zone here. And forward of the beam, a little bit heavier northeasterly. That's going to create some challenges there. That'll keep them on their toes. The sea will possibly build up a bit. Let's see what the waves are going to do on this one. Yep, picking up to sort of 4 or 5 metres again. So, and Simon's got the exact opposite. He's going to have following breezes. So again, now you've got the epic situation where Simon is a completely different weather system. He's got a low pressure system. He's riding the top of a low, and there's a new system here forming which looks like a low pressure system right there. That will be impacting Abelish and Kirsten. They might be a little bit ahead of it by then, so they could. Let's just see how that pans out. But they are absolutely in 2 distinct weather systems now, which means it's very hard for them to try and break in over to Simon and try and make some gains. Oh, it's not toggling again. You've got to hit that little button to keep it going. So yeah, you can see the 2 distinct systems there, and there's a bit of a blow coming there. So we'll keep an eye out on all of that. But anyway, at least they get moving again. So we're probably going a bit too far ahead. That's about it for now, and we'll see you